I think you've got a really good chance of going all the way. So I just want to wish you a lot of luck.
That was President Trump calling in to the U.S. men's national team ahead of tonight's match against Paraguay. After a 4-year-long wait, the 26 men chosen to represent the United States will take the pitch in their first game of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The U.S. is one of 3 host nations, so the Yanks are looking to open the tournament strong in California. The last time these two teams met was last November. The U.S. won that game by a score of 2-1. However, it included a bench-clearing brawl during stoppage time. Earlier, I spoke with Aaron Long. He's a defender for Los Angeles FC and was a member of the 2022 U.S. men's national team in Qatar. So, Aaron, as someone who was on the U.S. men's national team in the last World Cup back in 2022, what is it like and what does this moment mean?
It means everything. There's, especially for a lot of the guys that it's their first World Cup, there's a lot of build up to this moment. And I think last time around in Qatar, it was everyone's first World Cup except for 1, maybe 2 players. So there's so much anticipation. There's so much excitement. I think the main thing is you want to get to that first game. You want the whistle to blow just so you can take the pressure off yourself and get into the game and do what you love. I think once you're on the field, everything settles down and you start becoming a soccer player again and the nerves fade a little bit and you can just play your game. But I think more than anything, that excitement and that pressure that you put on yourself, the lifelong dream, there's a lot of build up to that.
You played with a lot of the guys who are actually on this year's team. So how will this first game set the tone for the tournament?
First game is huge, especially in a tournament like the World Cup where there's a group stage. Winning that first game can set you up really well for the next 2 games. It can change it. It can change your mindset. It can change tactically going into the last 2 games. And it's a very tough opponent that we're facing first. So I think a win here and 3 points will make everyone just settle all the nerves, make everyone feel really good and easy going into the next 2 games in the group stage.
The last time the U.S. hosted the World Cup was more than 30 years ago. Now that it's back on home soil, what impact, if any, could that have?
I think it's a ton of impact. I mean, growing up playing this game like we all have, we've heard so much about the '94 World Cup and the legends that came from it and how much soccer took a boom in the United States after that '94 World Cup. I also feel like soccer is still the little brother to some of the bigger sports here in the United States. So any chance that we can put our game that we love on the highest pedestal in the World Cup and inspire young children at the highest level, we know that that's a serious possibility. And the guys know that, and they know that if this is a really successful World Cup campaign, the ramifications that can come from it are humongous. And so many young kids are going to fall in love with this game, and the sport could really boom in the United States. So we understand the significance, absolutely.
In terms of this first game between the U.S. and Paraguay, the last time these 2 teams met, there was actually a brawl. So could this change the way that the U.S. approaches tonight's match?
The brawl, no. I think that's just tempers bubbling over a little bit. But I mean, the intensity is going to be at the highest level. Absolutely. It's a World Cup. Whatever intensity was in that fixture earlier, it's going to be as much, if not more so. But I think guys are going to be a little bit more careful to not get a red card. In a friendly, it's okay to let things bubble over a little faster. But in a World Cup match, you don't want a red card. You don't want to miss the next game. So I think there will be controlled aggression. I'll say it that way.
After this, the U.S. is set to face Australia and Turkey. What can we expect from those matchups?
Australia, I think, is going to have a big chip on their shoulder. They have been told that they're kind of the weaker link in the group stage, which we know they're a fantastic side. And I don't think the team of the United States is taking them for granted at all because they're a very tough opponent. But I think they're going to come into this with a big chip on their shoulder. And Turkey's going to play like they have nothing to lose. I think more than anything, like we talked about before, I think a win against Paraguay really sets us up. It's going to settle the nerves. It's going to make us feel really good going into those next 2 games.
How far do you think the U.S. can go, and who do you think their toughest opponent might be?
Oh, it depends on who wins. It depends on who gets out of the groups. I know that if we come in second in the group stage and Mexico comes in second in the group stage, I think we can face them in the first knockout game. that would be huge to face Mexico in a World Cup. I know that both of those teams are definitely looking to win their group, so hopefully we don't face each other until much later in the tournament. But man, I don't know. My heart is so much with this team, and my belief is so much with this team. I think we can make it to quarterfinals, semifinals if we're playing well, if we're playing at our best. So, yeah, I'm going to put us there.
Do you think the U.S. can go all the way? Who do you think will win the World Cup?
I think my favorites right now are France. Can the U.S. win the World Cup? Absolutely. If we do everything right and we make no mistakes, we can, of course, because we have the talent and we believe in ourselves. But I think the talent that France has, it's going to be really hard to beat them.
All right. Aaron Long, thanks so much. We know you'll be watching along with millions of fans tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.